guys, it's Angela Kim from thesquishymonster.com, and today I'm bringing you my recipe for key lime bars. They're cool and creamy and bright, tart, refreshing, and I hope you guys give it a try. The first thing you want to do is crush your cookies, and you can do a shortbread, cookie crust, you can do graham crackers, you can do animal crackers, but I have opted for ginger snaps because I love that warm spiciness. So I'm just going to crush these until they come together. You can, of course, crumble these by hand, and then you want to drizzle in some melted butter. And as always, all the ingredients are listed below and at thesquishymonster.com. For added ease, I've greased my tin and my parchment, and both are well slicked with some cooking spray. This will ensure that everything pulls out really easily and pulls away from the pan so you don't have any mess or mess and fuss later. So now you can pour your crumbs, scatter them onto the bottom of your baking pan, and whatever the food processor didn't come together and bind, you can press together with your fingers to kind of form into a crust. Now all that's left to do with the crust is to pop it into the oven and let it kind of become this really nice, rich, buttery, crumbly crust. The most important thing is as soon as you take it out of the oven, to allow it to cool adequately and completely before filling the shell with your key lime filling. I want the foundation of these bars to be really rich, indulgent, and creamy, so I'm going to use just a touch of cream cheese, and to kind of brighten that up, I'm going to zest my key limes. And if you can't find key limes, you can definitely just use regular limes or lemons even, and you just want to make sure that you don't rub down to the pith, which is the white part underneath. If you go rub too deep in that, it becomes very bitter, so you just want to kind of shallowly kind of rub it and run it against your microplane. If you're not using fresh citrus, just make sure you don't omit the part of the fresh zest, because therein lies all of the valuable essential oils, and that's really going to kind of brighten and perk everything up, because next in goes some sweetened condensed milk. Now, I get a lot of questions about adding salt to baked goods or pastries and sweets, and it does not make it salty, so you don't have to worry about that. It just kind of complements all the sweetness and kind of cuts through it, so you get a really nice balanced ratio of that sweet, and it's not tooth-achingly sweet. So just a little pinch of salt goes a long way, and when you bake, all of your ingredients will react the best if all the ingredients are at room temperature. So you just want to add in your egg yolk that's at room temperature and blend that in as well. Admittedly, there are some really nice key lime or citrus juices that are already bottled on the market that are really nice that you can just pour and bake with for convenience, but I feel that there's nothing that beats fresh ingredients like this. And also, they act as double duty because you've already zested them and now you can juice them. So just depending on how firm or ripe your limes are, you can either roll them in your palm to release some of the juices, or you can pop them into the microwave for a couple seconds. So just be patient with it, but you just want to go in there and slice it and then juice all of these babies. So after about a day and a half, you'll have enough lime juice for your key lime filling. And it's so worth it, completely worth your while, because actually my girlfriend says that she uses the discarded lime halves and infuses liquor with it. So there's an idea for you. I'm just going to strain out some of the seeds. Last but not least, you want to sprinkle in some unbleached flour. The egg bound everything together, and the flour will kind of tighten it. As if right on cue, my oven just beeped at me because now it is preheated, and I like to do it at this point kind of middle-ish, endish, because I don't want it to be sitting there idle, just wasting electricity. So now I can spoon in my filling, and just make sure you don't overmix. You don't want to incorporate too much air. That will create cracks in your top of your bar later on. So just mix to combine and just smooth it over that cookie crust that you made a while ago. It's really important to adequately chill your bars before you try to handle them. They'll cut better that way, they've already set, and you don't get like a floppy mush. So all you have to do to prepare the pan is to run kind of just like a kitchen knife, just a regular plain old bread or butter knife on the edges, just the edges where the parchment is not sealing it in, and then it should just lift right out. Then I can transfer it over to my cutting board. And another tip that helps is to dunk your knife, your cutting knife, into some warm water and then cut, and in between each cut just swipe it clean so you get a really clean cut. I've just plated my bars, and you can dust off with some confectioner's sugar if you'd like. I'm going to because I really like that balance between sweet and that tart from those key limes. It's really pretty snow on top as well. And you can garnish either with a little lime wedge or maybe some toasted coconut. Really, it's up to you, however way you want to do this. Now, I don't know anybody in town yet, so I may take these over, I think I will, over to my neighbors to say hello, and then I can say that I've met somebody. So I hope you guys give this a try, and I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. This is Angela Kim from thesquishymonster.com, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!